shining a light on the women creating an impact, leading organizations, and mission-focused strategic programs across the federal technology and consulting community. This is Impact. I am being joined today by Marie Ingol, the CEO of Blue Line Consulting. Thank you for joining me today, Marie.
Thank you very much for having me.
So before we get started, can you tell me a little bit about Blue Line Consulting and what it is you guys do?
So we are a consulting firm dealing with acquisition support services, program management, as well as compliance and investigations.
Is there an experience or an event that you believe helped steer you down your current path?
Yes, absolutely. Early in my leadership journey, I was given the opportunity to build an investigative component from the ground up in an environment where women leaders were scarce. And at first, I felt the weight of being one of the few, facing doubt and pressure to prove myself. But as I developed the unit, I realized that my unique perspective and leadership styles weren't just assets, they were critical to the mission's success. And by bringing empathy, fostering collaboration, and maintaining relentless determination, I was able to shape an investigative component that not only thrived, but ultimately helped secure key government outcomes. And for me, this experience reinforced the value of diverse leadership in driving impactful results. And that moment taught me that leadership isn't just about fitting into a mold, it's about embracing your strengths and showing up authentically. It also gave me the confidence to pursue greater challenges and the desire to help other women see that they too belong at the table. It wasn't always easy, but it sparked a deep sense of purpose in me to break down barriers and open doors for others. That experience shaped other areas in my life too, like the way I approach motherhood to my two daughters, Madison and Ashley, and being a wife to my insanely supportive husband, Lester, as well as a leader, a mentor, and the work that I do today as the CEO of my own company.
Do you have a story of a leader or a mentor that helped guide you along the way?
Absolutely. There was a leader who made a profound impact on me, a woman who not only excelled in her field, but was deeply invested in lifting up others. She saw something in me before I fully saw it in myself. And I remember a time when I was hesitant to take on a leadership role, unsure if I was ready. She pulled me aside and, with quiet but firm conviction, she told me that I had everything I needed to succeed and that I just needed to trust in my own instincts and step forward. Her belief in me was a game changer. She didn't just provide advice and direction. She led by example, showing me that strong leadership is about more than expertise. It's about empathy, resilience, and bringing out the best in others. She created space for me to grow, made sure I was heard, and I was there to support me when I faltered. Her mentorship instilled in me the confidence to embrace my own leadership journey, and I carry her lessons with me every day. She showed me the power of believing in someone and taught me that as a leader, one of the most impactful things you can do is invest in others. And that's a legacy I hope to continue.
Do you have a pivotal moment or experience that helped shape your leadership style?
One pivotal moment that shaped my leadership approach occurred during a time when a division that I was grappling with a heavy workload and severe staffing shortages with the pressure to meet the deadlines and manage the demands of all the different programs was immense. And I was so focused on trying to stabilize the division and deliver results that I initially missed the toll it was taking on my team. And I realized while I had been driving hard to meet objectives, I hadn't fully recognized the burden my team was carrying. In that moment, I learned that leadership is not just about getting the job done. It's about how you get there and the people who help you along the way. So in that instance, I changed my approach and I took time to check in with each person, offering support and encouraging a more collaborative environment. We still met our goals, but we did so as a united team, not just as individuals pushing through. That experience taught me that the best leaders are those who lead with both their head and their heart. It is about setting clear expectations, but it's also about creating a space where people feel valued, heard, and supported. I also realized that my leadership isn't defined by the tasks my team completed, but by the trust and relationships that I build with them along the way. It's a lesson that continues to guide me today.
How can we encourage more young women to aspire to be leaders and take on those leadership roles and pursue careers that have previously been male dominated?
This begins with fostering a sense of confidence and belonging. And it's crucial to providing strong role models, just as you're doing here with your podcast, introducing them to women who have navigated these spaces and can share their stories of both triumph and challenge. because Lord knows it wasn't always easy for me,
Yep.
especially when that imposter syndrome rears its ugly head. But
Mhm.
mentorship programs that connect women with female leaders can show them what's possible, help them build skills, and create a solid support network. And we also need to actively combat stereotypes that suggest certain careers or roles are not for women. This can be done through education, inclusive policies, and creating environments that value diversity of thought and experience. Schools, communities, and workplaces should highlight female achievements in all fields, from engineering or law enforcement to the President of the United States, demonstrating that leadership isn't defined by gender. And finally, we must encourage young women to take risks, challenge the status quo, and embrace their unique perspectives as strengths. By normalizing their presence in these spaces and offering them the tools, opportunities, and encouragement to thrive, we can inspire the next generation of female leaders.
I like it. So now looking ahead, what do you envision for the future of women in leadership, and what steps can we take to accelerate that process?
Looking ahead, I envision a future where women in leadership are no longer the exception, but the norm, where leadership teams reflect the diversity of thought, experience, and background that fuel true innovation. I see more women at the decision making table bringing empathy, resilience, and collaboration to the forefront of leadership. To accelerate this progress, we need to continue dismantling barriers, both seen and unseen. This means advocating for policies that support a good work life balance, like equal pay and gender equity, so women can thrive in leadership without having to choose between their career or their family. It also means amplifying the voices of women at all levels and ensuring they are heard, respected, and given equal opportunities to grow. Mentorship and sponsorship are key as well. By creating networks that connect emerging female leaders with those who have paved the way, we can pass down lessons learned, build confidence, and create opportunities. And one last thing, we must engage men as allies, recognizing that gender equality benefits everybody. Together, we can build a future where leadership is defined not by gender, but by talent, vision, and the courage to lead with integrity.
That is excellent. Marie, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
You're quite welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you're keeping up to date on the latest episodes, and learn more at govforum.io.